Okay, welcome to Widepark. I don't know why so many people voted for this map, but maybe it's just to troll me. Anyway, the main points for this map are going to be, well, I mean, this map is only seen up to tier 6, I believe. Past that, you're never going to see this map. I might be wrong. It might be tier 7 as well. I'm not sure. I know for definite tier 8s can't see this map. I don't really play a load of low tier, so I think this is only up to tier 6. But the main points, heavy tanks and, well, medium tanks are going to go around here, and you're going to fight through this kind of corridor here. Yes, it's a corridor, like, there's nothing really else that you can do. Medium tanks can go up here and try and get some flanking shots on people, but you're really exposed. The light tanks right at the start of the game, just go to the middle, go up here, you spot everyone. This map is so small, as you can see, look at my view range. That is 445 meters. Yeah. So if you go to the middle of here, you will spot anyone that is in the open. So yeah, you can go around this side as well with the medium tanks. There's plenty of cover along here. Obviously, I'll get into all of these as we go through. But from the other side is exactly the same. You'll fight around here, shooting down here, and kind of hold this bridge. This bridge is where the majority of the action is going to be for the more heavily armored tanks. And over here is the more kind of medium tanks and light tanks that are trying to break through. There's plenty of tank destroyer spots that you can sit in. Unfortunately, because this map is so small and you've got this hill in the way, there's not really too much opportunity for tank destroyers to actually sit and do lots of damage, unless you sit right at the back here or right at the back here. But yeah, let's now get into the spots, shall we? Okay, so the first spot that I will show you is, I mean, it kind of looks a bit stupid because like, an EB on this map, yeah, imagine that. The first spot is just through the middle. All you have to do is just go up onto this hill, you just peek over slightly, and then you come back down. You've spotted, I'm not joking, 90% of the team just by doing that. The exact same thing is for the other side. You just come to this hill, you go and peek over. As you can see, there's a building here and a building here that will block people if they go that way or get behind that building. But apart from that, like, this map is super easy to get scout medals on, where you just have to spot the enemies. So yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, this map for light tanks, because you just go here, you've spotted everyone, you back off. The only thing is that you're not going to really get any damage from that because no one's actually being able to shoot, because as you can see, there's a big old hill in the way. But yeah, that's the kind of first spot that I'll show you. I'm not going to go into like too many details because like this map is so small. There's not really too much to talk about, and I'm not going to just waffle on. So honestly, light tanks, you just sit here and be annoying. That's your job. I wouldn't go anywhere else. There's no point of going anywhere else. There's no bushes that you can sit in because the map's way too small for you to do anything. And even at tier 6, you're going to have enough view range to be able to spot everyone on the map. So that's light tanks done. Okay, so for the medium tanks, I'm going to show you over this side, and it's exactly the same from both sides. This map's not symmetrical, but like for this, it kind of is. Like when it goes to this, and I'll obviously flip round and show you the other side because it's not the same. But for this, it's pretty much the same. All you want to do over this side of the map is go in between these buildings. Like, that's it. There's nothing else that you should do. You want to go behind these buildings, peek out when you can, and then just go back and hide into cover. All of these buildings, you'll probably meet people around here. This is where the enemy will be sitting. So, you know, I'm not going to show you the other side because I can literally just go and show you right now like this. This is where the enemy will be sitting. You can sit here. You can just do exactly the same thing and just go hold down over here if you really want to, over this side. The same can be said for the other side of the map, which is right here. So you could do the exact same thing and just go hold down and just try and get some shots off. You're relatively safe here. Artillery can still hit you. But apart from that, like, this is just what you do with medium tanks. As I said, I'm not going to waffle on because there isn't much to talk about and I value your time, so let's just go back straight into the heavy tanks now. Okay, so for the heavy tanks, it will be a little bit longer than the other two because there's actually two sides to this. Basically, what you want to do is there's one of two spots that you can sit in for this side. You can go hold down right here, If you're in something that can go hold down, I mean, I don't really know any tier 6 vehicles that well, but yeah, this spot is very, very nice to just sit here and try and defend. Just be careful because this archway isn't blocked, so you can actually be shot through here and you can shoot other people through here, so keep that in mind. But apart from that, like, you've got plenty of open space that you can shoot people with without really too many worries. The other spot that you can go to, I mean, you could side scrape here, you could side scrape there. There's plenty of spaces that you can side scrape if you want to go a bit further back. But if you want to go right up into the action, say you're in something like an OI, which is actually quite well armored, at least frontally, then you could go try and side scrape like this, and then, you know, shoot people through here. So the main thing about this side is side scraping or just finding somewhere that you can go hold down with. It's very open if you try and cross. Do not try and cross like close. So don't try and cross like this. If you're going to cross, then make sure you go back here and then go through, rather than, you know, trying to cross a bit closer, because you are going to get detected either way. At least if you're further back, then it's a bit harder for them to hit you. So yeah, keep that in mind. But for the other side, it's exactly the same. All you're going to do is just sit either here and just go hold down. Oh, sorry, not go hold down, but go side scrape. Or there is actually a spot further back, which you can use for TDs as well. So it's kind of like a TD spot as well. But yeah, we'll include it with the heavy tanks because it can work pretty well. Which is just back here. And then you can use this to actually try and side scrape, or just peek around the corner, like take a shot, peek, go back, do whatever. But yeah, this pillar as well is actually quite useful. You might not think it, but if you're in something that isn't so wide, like I know I can't go here, okay, like it just won't work. But if you're in something that can side scrape, then you could go here and actually use these archways to your advantage, because you're not going to get shot by anyone that's over there. You're only going to get shot by people that are here. So this archway, like this one here on the very left, is completely useless. Unless they go all the way through. But if they go all the way through, then they're going to die to other people. So the only downside for this is that you're obviously very, very exposed. So keep that in mind. But yeah. The remaining spots that I want to show you are mainly for the tank destroyers, so let's go straight into that. Okay, so finally for the TDs. The first spot that I'm going to show you is back here, and this is where I said to actually go if you're going to try and cross, so keep that in mind. This is the way that you should be going. As you can see, if you go back here, you can even knock down these little trees here, but honestly, like, it's not really worth it. It doesn't provide you with that much more cover. This map's so small, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you'll be able to shoot anyone that's crossing over. And people do try and cross over to get to here, especially if they're a medium tank, because they want to get up here and try and get some gun depression and go and use that to their advantage. But either of this works. You could even cross the street and go there if you want to. I prefer to stay here because you can then actually go back. But yeah, that's basically spot number one. Let's now move on to the next one. Now the next spot that I'm going to show you is up here. It's just in these bushes. You're actually pretty well camouflaged when you're up here as well. And from here, you can shoot down into the enemy cap, as you can see. Not all of it. You can see about half of it. But if you went further up, say into this bush, then you could just see all of it. And because this map is so small, as soon as anyone spots that, you get some nice shots on them. So it's actually kind of useful to go here at the start. Simply because if a light tank goes and spots that, you can go up here and just get an easy shot on anyone that's AFK, or is too slow to actually get back. Just be warned that obviously you're exposed here quite a lot, so don't go too far forwards. Use this hill as cover, and just get back behind cover like this as much as you can. Also, you can be shot through the middle, which is right there and obviously there, so keep that in mind. But yeah, this is a solid spot, and that's basically the two spots I would recommend you go to on this side of the map. We'll now move on to the other side. Now, besides the spot that I've already shown you at the back here, so keep that in mind, this is another tank destroyer spot that you can go to. This is some spots that I would use if well, I mean, you can use these because, as I've said a million times, the map is tiny. You can actually see all the way down the back here. So you could actually shoot anyone that's in the tank destroyer spot that I just showed you over here. So this is not actually a bad play, especially the fact that lots of people are going to be trying to peek the ridge, or the little hill in the middle of the map. So you can easily just go wherever you want, say into this spot. There's plenty of windows to go to, and then you just pick your spot, you sit there, you wait for him to come up, you shoot him. So yeah, that's basically Widepark. As I said, it's a very, very small map, and it's a very, very short guide because there's not really too much to talk about. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then you know what to do. Subscribe, join the Discord, and yeah, I'll see you all in a bit.